That's actually absolutely true.
Your company Strive owns $50 million in fossil fuels.
Because index funds of every American in this room does, and we deserve to be proud of it. And I refuse. Excuse me, sir.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back. I'm Van. We are all the LFR family. Thank you so much for clicking play. Hopefully you click the like button as well. Watch this video the entire way through, and that would be greatly appreciated. Okay, let's check this joint out right here.
Right now we're doing poorly. I'm going to get to questions. I promise you I'm going to get to questions. Well, you know, part of what we said in this country is, I'm going to set an example here. There's a lot of people here who have come tonight. I'm going to finish what I'm saying. I promise you're going to get the first question tonight. Does that work for you, sir?
Sure, sir.
Thank you. Thank you for being here, because I want to end on a note that before we do this, I want everybody in this room to understand this is how we get our country back, is we're going to speak the truth. And that's what this campaign is about, speaking the truth, not just when it's easy, but when it's hard. Speaking the truth, not just to the Democrats on the other side, but to our own side, the Republican Party, right here at home.
But you lie, dude. You're a liar.
Yeah.
You lie about the reality of climate change. You lie. You're lying to everybody in this room right now.
Sir,
Whoa, he said you lied. You lied to everybody in this room now. You're a liar. Whoa.
We're gonna make a deal. You know what we do in this country? This is the beauty of the United States of America right here.
You are lying.
And you know what we're not gonna do? I'm gonna tell you, for those of you who watch the videos today, we're not gonna have a security guard or police officer tackle him and escort him out of the room. Because that's not how we do things in the United States. You know what we're gonna do is we're gonna give, young man, you know what? You're gonna have a chance to speak, but you're gonna have a chance to speak after you sit down and be respectful of everybody else in this room. And I'm gonna give you a chance to speak.
You need to respect everybody in this room and quit lying.
Thank you.
Americans the truth.
Shut up and ate.
Tell Americans the truth.
Sir, you can. I see right.
Did you get from fossil fuels, dude?
We're gonna have a good discussion today. I promise you that, because I'm gonna speak some.
$50 million.
Thank you. See, I promise you, sir. I promise you, sir, you're undermining the only point you want to make, and I'm going to give you a better chance in a moment if you sit down and actually be respectful of everybody else in here. But there's a free seat. You want to come up right here? Come on up, buddy. Come on up. Come on up and have a seat.
Vivek Ramaswamy, you say that you care about our future
Thank
and
you.
that little girl's future. How
Yes.
much money would it cost for you to actually care about us?
How much money would it cost for you to actually... Okay. Guys, when y'all listen to these students speak with such passion, applaud them. That's the first thing you do. The first thing you want to do is applaud them just for being so bold. Obviously, their parents taught them that, well, let them know that you are in a great country, so much so that you have the freedom to speak and say whatever's on your heart and whatever's on your mind. Now, are they still a little immature and don't have the same understanding of the world as a Vivek? No, they don't. But they got some growing to do. When they grow, then they'll come into their own. You know what I mean? But applaud them before we destroy them. Now, Vivek, feel free to destroy them like crazy, but I'm sure, here's the thing, Vivek would he would like to have a conversation with these people, not a debate, because he realized he'll be punching down, like a lot of these comedians say they're punching down. You're not punching down, simply because they don't understand. They're just speaking out, and when they speak out, you verbally spank their ass with some truth, with some facts, and you just keep it pushing.
You're running a company that's making money off of fossil fuels that are killing our communities.
If you want to have a seat and we can have a respectful discussion, we can do that. But if you're not going to have a respectful discussion, this is not going to be doing.
How much money do you
So
get from fossil fuels?
I don't get any money from fossil fuels. You know who's my biggest donor?
That's not true.
That's actually absolutely true.
Your company Strive owns $50 million in fossil fuels.
Because index funds of every American in this room does, and we deserve to be proud of it.
That's
and I
not true.
refuse.
Your company invests-
Excuse me,
You're a
excuse me,
liar.
sir. Excuse me, sir. This isn't productive. This isn't productive. And this is what's wrong in our country. What's right in our country is we have the right of free speech and open debate. I'm sure this gentleman, I think, has something to say about a similar matter. But we have a generation in this country where we have taught that the way you're supposed to win a debate or otherwise isn't based on region or merit, but to actually just shout the other side down. We don't do that in this country. The way we do things in the United States of America is we engage in free speech and open debate on the merits. We decided at the ballot box where every person's voice and vote counts equally.
Now I have a question. Is he making money off of fossil fuels? And if he is making money off of fossil fuels, why is that a bad thing? And if he is making money off of fossil fuels and he just now said he isn't, why aren't people upset that he's lying? Is that a lie? Or is he telling the truth in a roundabout way? Is he saying that we all make money or are positively affected by fossil fuel? What is he saying? Because when they bring this up, he shut them down, just letting them know that you need to be respectful and not yelling. But did he answer? No, I mean, he said, no, I'm not receiving any money from fossil fuels. And the young lady was trying to say that his company makes a whole lot of money off of it. So now I got something else to look into.
We don't shout each other down. So we're going to have a respectful conversation. We're going to open this up, but we're going to speak the hard truth. Speak the truth in public. That's what we're going to do at every step of the way. That's how we get this country back. That is what won us the American Revolution. That is what reunited us after the Civil War. That is what won us 2 world wars and the Cold War. That is what still gives hope to the free world. And if we can revive that dream, grounded on the First Amendment, that you're free to speak your mind as long as your neighbor gets to in return, as long as you're actually able to worship freely, as long as your neighbor gets to worship as he wishes to in return. Those are the ideals that our nation is founded on, that I will fight for until the very end. That is how we will revive this great country, and that is how we're going to rebuild this country, leading us to the future. Thank you for coming tonight.
I want to say that he should have probably spent a little bit more time addressing what those young people were talking about, so that when he does leave, they will have a better understanding of whatever they thought they did before, when they were yelling out thinking that they was 100% right and they was talking to someone who they consider a liar. Well, here's the thing. When young people call you a liar, they're calling you a liar for a reason. And it's not because you are an actual liar sometimes. Sometimes it's simply because they have a lack of understanding. So then it's our jobs to explain to them in a more mature way, speak their language and let them know how what they're saying right now is a little misleading. And the way you're tying it in is a bit of a fallacy, and this is why. But if you don't do that, and you're just going to say, see, this is the problem with America. We can't have proper debate. We can't have proper conversation. The freedom of speech says that you can say whatever you want to say as long as the other person has something to say, can respond as well. And he went on to do that speech, but he was like, we just get loud and yell over each other. But that's what you were doing in the microphone. You were getting loud and yelling over the youngins. I'm sure you had something great to say, but the rest of what you said just sounded like a stump speech. Didn't sound like you were addressing what the young ladies were saying. You didn't sound like you were addressing what the boy was saying when he was calling you a liar as well. So please let me know how that was a good thing. If that is what people are seeing, then I understand why his numbers are starting to go down, because it's seeming a bit robotic and like you're not connecting with the people. I could be completely off. I don't think he answered it either, but that's like the second time. Like the other video I just now posted, I don't know if you guys seen it, but a lady stood up and she asked him if Trump was nominated as the candidate to run for Republican side, would you consider running as VP if he asked you to? And that video was 7 minutes and he never answered it. What he did say in a roundabout way is that he didn't become the winner in life that he is right now by thinking in second place. Now that's a motivational speech way to answer the question, but that's not an answer to the question at all. Just because you're not thinking about second place don't mean no one's getting on that line, and when they hear that gun go off, they're saying, whew, I wish I come in second place. No, nobody should anyway. Everybody should be running for first. But if you're selected for another position where you have some power and you have some sway and you can get some things done from the inside versus being on the outside, if you don't get the whole pie, then I would probably assume that you should probably consider that. But that's not what you said. So this is the second time I've seen in the video that he did not really answer the question to me. But if he answered the question to you, y'all let me know whatever y'all want me to know in the comments. Okay.